Hi everybody, so I mentioned in my recent video of where I showed you my makeup collection and makeup inventory that I'm gonna do a declutter. So this is it. This is the declutter. We're doing it because I tried to fit all of my makeup in my bag going back to Spain, but it just won't fit. So I need to declutter, and I think even if I declutter my makeup, I still won't be able to bring all of my makeup to Spain with me. But this time I'm gonna declutter the ones that I'm really sure I'm not gonna bring into Spain, so that, you know, as much as possible I'll be able to bring all of my makeup in Spain. First is this primer. I recently did a project pan intro just until the end of December, just until the end of the year, and this one is in that project. So I'm not gonna declutter this, but I'm panning this. So obviously this will be in Spain with me. Okay, next, of course, I'm gonna be bringing this one. Let me remove this from the box because it still takes up space in my makeup bag. So I love this product, as you can see. So I'll bring this one in Spain as well as this one, because this one is also a part of my project pan. I'm gonna try to use it up until the end of the year. So I'm gonna bring this also in Spain. This one and this one, I'm gonna mix them together so that I get the right color and also better consistency, because this one it's not really the best either for dry skin or oily skin. So I'll bring these two together. I think they will improve each other. So I have this one. This I'm trying to use it up before the end of the month. I'm not sure if I'll be able to, but there's no point of me bringing this to Spain if I only have 2 or 3 uses out of this. And this is also available in Spain, so I'll just buy another one if I miss this. So this one I'm gonna declutter. I'm gonna try to use it up before I leave for Spain, but this is already out of my collection. If I'm not gonna be able to use it up before I leave for Spain, I'm just gonna throw it out because there's no point. There's no point keeping this in my makeup drawer for me to go back to after going to Spain. So yeah, this one is either use up or directly in the trash. This one, I don't really like the color, but I love the consistency and how easy it is to use. So, and considering I'm already about to use this up, I think I still have space for it in my collection. I'm just not sure if I'm gonna bring this to Spain with me. It depends. If there's still excess baggage, why not? I'm gonna bring it. But if not, then this one will immediately be left behind in my makeup drawer. This one is similar to the L'Oreal serum tinted moisturizer. I only have, I think, 6 uses out of this. So I'm just gonna try to use this more before I leave for Spain. But yeah, this one is not going back in my makeup collection. So we decluttered 2 from my base makeup. And then I'm just gonna show you my other base makeup. So I have in here my powders. This is a concealer. I have 2 Laura Mercier. This one I think is also already at the end of its life. I think I only have, like you can see, it's been turned upside down, but there's only a little powder left. I think, yeah, it's not worth bringing this to Spain if I only have like a little bit of product left. So I'm just gonna try to use it up. But this one is in the use up and then trash bin together with my other base makeup. So the The rest, I'm gonna bring to Spain, except for this one. Because this one is, oh, it's this one. Except this one. Because this one is the same with the Studio MAC Fix powder. And if I'm gonna bring two loose powders, this one and then one pressed powder, I don't see myself using all of this powder for me to need a backup powder. So out of all my base makeup, I'll probably bring all of this in Spain except for this one. So this is already probably 1 kilogram. Okay, quickly, these are all of my lip liners. I'm keeping all of them. These two are in my project pan, and the rest, and all of these I'm gonna bring in Spain. It's just very light, and I want to challenge myself. I want to try to use them all up. These are all of my lipsticks with additional one from my makeup inventory. This was not included because this one is kind of new. I used up the first top that I had of this color. I explored, but I bought another one because I just love it. It's like one of my top 5 lipsticks. So these are the lipsticks. Let's start with the obvious. These are all of my Sunnies. I'm not getting rid of them because these ones I just bought specifically for me to use in Spain. So I'm bringing this and keeping this, obviously. And then these ones are ColourPop. This one, you can see I used it up, so obviously I'm gonna declutter this one. So yay me, yay. And then this one, it's very full, so I'm keeping. I love this formula, the blotted. So I'm keeping. I'm also keeping these two from ColourPop. I was supposed to declutter this one because it's old, and you can see I've reused a lot of it, but I love it. I love this formula, and I'm keeping both of this. So I'm keeping both of this. And then this one is the Violet FR Bisou Balm. You can see I've used half of it, so I'm gonna bring this. So I'm gonna this one was expensive, so I want to use it up. So I'm keeping this. And then I just bought this one. It's not my favorite. This is the Mackerel, but it works in the winter. So I'm keeping. And these are the Sunny's Face lip dips. And I'm gonna declutter this Fembot because first the packaging is broken, and the shade, while it's beautiful, I preferred the pink of Beast from ColourPop. So you can see this one is a bit more pinky, and this one is a bit more warm pink, which I already have a lot of. So I don't like this, and besides the packaging is already broken, so it's time to declutter. So the rest I'm keeping. This is Posh and Girl Crush. I brought this with me also in Spain last year, and I'm bringing them with me again this year. So I'm keeping all of these Glossier because they were expensive and I like them. Not my favorite, but I like them enough. So I'm keeping. I'll probably leave behind Leo because it's not the most flattering on my skin tone, but I don't know, it depends on my luggage space. But again, it's similar to the Makeup by Mario Wayne Goss Luxury Cream Foundation. If I still have space, I'm gonna bring this, but if not, I'm gonna leave this behind in my makeup drawer. Next, I'm keeping this one. This is the only red that I have, Violet FR, and I love it. It looks beautiful. The formula is a bit messy in my opinion, but it is beautiful. Okay, these are all Sunny's Face Lip Dips. And I'm keeping all of this just because, you know, lip balms, lip balms don't really have a lot of like color payoff, at least these ones. So my favorite here are Sakura and Juice. They just fit my skin tone better, but I'm keeping all of them just because they're easy to use up. And you know, I need a little bit of shine sometimes and a little bit of balm, so I'm keeping this. I also brought all of these in Spain last year, and I might bring them all again. Next, okay, these are the L'Oreal Paris Rouge lipsticks. I prefer this formula than this one, but the color, let me see. Yeah, this one has like a moussey velvet formula, while this one is like a light liquid lipstick. I prefer this one, this formula. And I like the color of this one, but let me see. Yeah, I like the color of this one, but it's just, it does not smell bad, but it just smells very artificial, very sweet, and I don't like it. So I like the color, but not enough for me to keep it because it's very sickly sweet. So I'm decluttering this one. Can't believe I'm doing that. But I'm keeping all of these three because, you know, they're beautiful. So out of all my lipsticks, I'm decluttering 3. Okay, next are eyeshadows. I rarely declutter any eyeshadow palette just because, as you can see, I don't have a lot. And I don't bring a lot of eyeshadow palettes because it's very easy to accumulate eyeshadow palette because they're very hard to use up. So I don't bring as much. Before I buy, I really have to think about it. So I don't bring in a lot, so I don't declutter a lot. But I have to say goodbye now with my Anastasia Prism palette. It's been used. This has been a part of a lot of projects, Project Pans and Pandat palettes, or Project Progress, so it's time. This one was a gift. I liked it. It's not like I don't really wear these colors even back then when I received this, but it was nice to have just to play with colors. But I left this behind last year. I didn't bring this in Spain last year and I didn't really miss it. So yeah, it's time. I don't even feel bad decluttering it because I feel like I really used this product and it doesn't really inspire me anymore. And I don't, the shimmers in these are just a bit heavier. I would miss this one, Unity, because it's just the best eyeshadow base, bone color base powder, but it's not worth keeping the whole palette just for one shadow. So I'm gonna declutter this one. There. The rest I'm keeping. I brought all of these in Spain And I missed my sultry palette, even though sultry and the glam palette from Natasha Denona, they're very similar. That's why I didn't bring this with me in Spain last year, but I still miss this palette, so I'm probably gonna bring all of this with me in Spain, so that's gonna be very heavy. And this one's just all of my eyebrows, single shadows, and mascaras, eyeliners, and the like. So I'm decluttering this one because it's like it's broken, it's dry, and if it's not like broken, I won't be able to twist it up. So it's time to declutter this one. This camera, I love it. That's why I bought another one. So no, it's not this one, it's this one. So I'm decluttering this one because it's old. I'm almost out of it. It's dry, and I already have a fresh one. So there, decluttering this. Oh, and I'm also decluttering this one. This is the only open mascara that I have, and it's old. It's time for me to declutter. The rest I'm keeping. Okay, next are my bronzers. I'm keeping all of them, and I'm bringing all of them. This one I always use when I'm traveling because obviously it's mini. This is my only cream bronzer and the only full-size bronzer, powder bronzer that I have, so I'm keeping. They all have their own uses, so I'm keeping them. My goal for highlighter is 0. And I still have 2, and I don't use highlighters anymore, so there's really no point for me keeping highlighters. But these were expensive. This Becca highlighters were expensive. I remember buying them and, you know, sacrificing some of my school allowance. But it's time to declutter. I'm gonna declutter Becca Lilac Geode just because it's a bit too ashy white. It's too pale for me when I put on the rare occasions that I put it on my face. The opal just suits my skin tone better, but still a little bit dark sometimes, but it suits my skin tone better compared to Lilac Geode. And so I'm keeping opal just in case I still, just in case I want to wear highlighters on some days, but there's no point keeping 2 if I don't even wear highlighters as much. So I'm gonna declutter this one. And yeah, this was on sale, but I still spent $20 for this, and it was expensive. That's why I've kept these highlighters for so long, but I don't see myself using this, so goodbye. Let's start with this is the last category, and these are all of my powder blushes. Yes, no, I still have this one. So these are all of my powder blushes. My number 1 blush for years now is this Essence Satin Love blush. I love it so much, I bought the backup. So this one is the used, this one is the backup. Keeping, obviously. I'm also keeping this one. You can see I've worn down a little bit of the print. I'm gonna declutter this one while I love the color, I can see what they mean when they say it's a flat matte. And after using a lot, after using the Pat McGrath in Spain for a year, I can see the differences in matte blushes now. So this one, I love the color, but I just don't like the effect that it gives my cheeks. So I'm gonna declutter this one. The Satin Love. No, this one is in Satin Coral. Love the formula, the color. I still love the color. And I'm keeping this one. I love the color, I love coral blushes, but not as much as my mauve and pinks. So keeping this. Okay, this one. Love the color. I think, you know what, I'm gonna keep this one because it's not as good as the Pat McGrath, but it's still a very good matte blush. So I'm keeping this one. 3. This one I'm keeping. For some reason, even though they're both matte, I love the formula of this one better. I don't know why, they're practically the same. Maybe it's a color, but this color is similar to Divine Rose by Pat McGrath. So if you guys are looking for a dupe, get the Swatch Bad. But these two are color dupes. And formula wise, of course, I prefer the Pat McGrath, but it's very, very, very minimal. The difference is very minimal. So I only have this Peri Pera. Similar to the Misha Cotton Blush in Vintage Robe. It's very flat. It's a flat matte. They give me a flat matte look on my cheeks when I wear them. However, I don't have a blush of this color. It's very cool tone pink, very light, and I rarely wear these types of color, but when I do, there are certain weather where I need this type of color. So I think I'm gonna keep this one. This one, I already have a lot of similar colors for this one. So I'm gonna declutter this one because if I want a color similar to this, I have this and I also have my creams. So I'm gonna declutter this one. Okay, so this is the last batch. I'm keeping my Tower 28 blushes. Are they my favorite? No, but I love them enough and they were expensive as well. So I'm keeping this. This too, the Tower 28 formula is best in my opinion when it's winter because it's very balmy. I'm keeping my Tower 28. I'm also keeping my Milk makeup because even though it's old, I still love the color and it's very portable. I bring this always with me when I'm traveling for a weekend, so keeping. This one I'm also keeping. I love the color of this Rose Ink in Camellia because it's like mauve nude, as well as this one is similar to Magic Hour from Tower 28 and I love it. I'm keeping. So let's go for my liquids. I'm keeping my Glossier Dusk This one is one of the few like bronzy colors that I have, so I'm keeping. I'm decluttering this one. I have a lot of like pinky, peachy, I don't know how to describe this color, but I have a lot of this color in both my powder and my creams. Just depends on the amount of application, but this one in particular, even though they have the same color, I'm decluttering this one because it's just very meticulous to use. I need to apply it on the back of my hand and then blend it with my sponge or brush. So it just takes time, and for a color that's not really my favorite, it's just too much work. So I am decluttering. This one, however, it's also meticulous to use, but I love this color. This color is similar to this one. Is like the liquid version of the Essence Satin Touch Blush and Satin Love, which is my top one blush. Yes, it beats the Pat McGrath. So this one I'm keeping, and it's also a part of my project pan because I need to use more of this because I love it so much. So I'm keeping this Juicy Pang in BE01. It's just this perfect amount of like nude and mauve. No, not mauve. It's just a perfect amount of nude and rose. So it's very beautiful. And we are here. Last two. This one, let's see. This one's very sheer, but I love the color. It's very sheer. This one is perfect to wear when I'm not wearing any makeup at all, but I want a little bit of color, so I'm keeping. This one, I'm not so sure. Again, it's that rosy color. A bit too strong for my liking, especially since it's a liquid. It's harder to control. But it might look good during summer. But again, I can make the same effect with this and this because it has the same like undertone. But I don't know. Since I'm not sure, I'm just gonna keep it for now in my collection because why not? So yeah, I'm gonna keep it. So in my liquids, I only decluttered one. So these are all of my decluttered makeup. I didn't expect to declutter this much, but I am decluttering this much. I know it's not a lot compared to other declutters, but for me, this is already a lot. And also the monetary value of this one, it's expensive. If I have to compute it, it's probably more or less than 1,000 pesos or $200. So that's a lot of makeup. So these are the remaining makeup in my collection. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to bring all of these. I hope I can, but or at least I hope I can bring most of it. But yeah, I have more space now, and yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.